Guys, what we are witnessing right now is nothing short of revolutionary. Now, IShowSpeed just shattered decades of lies with a simple trip to Africa, and the world is watching. For generations, Black Americans have been fed. They've been fed a narrative that Africa doesn't want them. That is dangerous, primitive, unwelcoming. But Speed just walked through Angola and South Africa like he never left home. The love he received wasn't just respect, it was a homecoming. Compared to Europe, where fans grabbed his hair, hurled, racial slurs, and treated him like a spectacle. In Africa, pure humanity, no drama, just people vibing with him like family. This isn't just about streamer having a good time. This is about dismantling propaganda that has kept families separated for centuries. Now, today, I want us to break down how one man with a camera is rewriting the narrative about the entire continent.
What the fuck? What's going on, my nigga? Let the thorns out there, show. What's going on? You gotta do the Zulu dance. Zulu dance. You're a Zulu warrior now. You're a Zulu warrior. The fuck? Hold it like this. Yeah. So I can't do that. I can't do that. It's your new house, this one. Anu! Anu! Your new house is this one. This is my house? So now you're allowed to enter here. Okay, I can enter my house now? Yeah. That's when you can get in. You say, what? Say Ubukanya when you go in. Ubukanya? Ubukanya.
I've never seen an African celebrity treated that way by Black Americans here in America. That's how we treat people in Africa. IShowSpeed is getting nothing but love. Nobody's calling him any name. Nobody's saying anything about him. He's just having a good time. He's enjoying himself because he's home. IShowSpeed is single-handedly destroying centuries of negative propaganda done on Africa.
You see how when Speed was streaming in other countries, they was calling him out of his name? They was being racist. He's not going through any of that in Africa. In Africa, it looked like Speed is living his best life. You could feel every bit of the love in his streams. This young man met the president of Angola. He's taking time with these people. He's racing people. He raced the African flag.
You ready?
You see how the African people were showing Speed love? Why wasn't Speed getting that love anywhere else? And not saying that he wasn't getting love fully, but he's not getting no hate in Africa. Why is that? Y'all remember the streams. People clipped those streams up. When Speed was in Europe, nasty word. Speed is in Africa and people are treating him like a human being. That says a lot. And you would think the way these people paint pictures about Africa, about people in Africa, that they wouldn't be treating Speed how they're treating Speed. But as we can see, Speed is being treated like a natural human being. And he is around very civilized people in Africa. Get that. Watch the stream.
And I personally believe that what Speed is doing right now, without even realizing it, is he's literally waking up the masses. He's waking up the masses from all the propaganda and the lies that the media has fed America, Black Americans, about Africans and Africa. You know, he might not even know it or be aware of it, but he is literally healing generations right now. And trust and hear what I'm saying. Speed was divinely chosen for a time such as this. It might be an innocent thing and look like it's streaming, but a lot of Americans are waking up and realizing they were fed lies. And everything that they learned and were taught about Africa were lies. I have so much more respect for Speed after watching just a couple of days of his tour. Yeah, I'm definitely subscribing.
Speed Africa Tour really has taught me you gotta ignore what people tell you, period. Because majority of the time, they not even speaking from a place of experience. They really just speaking because they don't want you to do something. Sometimes it can be coming from a place of just jealousy or just extreme dislike, but most of the time, it's just because they just don't want to see you actually improve. They don't want to see you expand your horizons, actually try out new things, maybe make a couple new friends. In a lot of cases, especially when it comes to like a whole lot of this internet stuff, people would rather see you remain stagnant than ever do anything else. And this is kind of like proof positive of that, because there's really people who, now granted, there's less of them, but there's people who genuinely did not want him to do this. And they've never even been to Africa, haven't really thought about going, and the few times they did, it was to somehow disrespect everyone there. Even though from what I'm seeing, it looked like everyone there is just welcoming him with open arms. Bro just was in Mozambique. I'm learning a whole bunch of stuff about the whole continent off of just a few streams he's been there. So yeah, man, you gotta ignore a lot of the noise, man.
So let me tell you something. Speed's Africa streams, they hit differently, fam. Way better than his streams anywhere else, especially in Europe. I'm noticing it. And I gotta ask, are you noticing too? Because it's all love over there. The vibes, pure good energy, no drama, no crazy names being yelled at him. Just people vibing, doing his catchphrases, embarking with him like it's a whole movement. And hold up, he even met the president of Angola. You know, he's out here living, doing races, and it's all good times. Honestly, this is the energy we need everywhere. But here's the thing. Why are the people in Africa treating Speed so much better than in some other places? Especially Eastern Europe, where it's not always the same vibe. Could it be that people have been misrepresenting Africa for years? Maybe they don't really know the place. I'm just saying, I'm noticing a difference. Africa's showing up, and it's a whole nother level of love and respect. That's what's up.
Now, let's talk about what Speed actually experienced versus what versus what Black Americans have been told for centuries. The propaganda machine has worked over time to paint Africa as the savage, backward place where you'd never want to set foot. Speed just exposed that lie in real time. He met the president of Angola, he danced with kids in South Africa, he performed capoeira and looked like he belonged there, because he does. Meanwhile, his European streams were, chaotic. Fans violated his personal space, sold his hair on eBay, and bombarded him with racism. That is the civilized West we are supposed to, aspire to. The contrast is jarring. In Africa, Speed could be unapologetically Black, natural hair, brown skin, full authenticity, without being judged or profiled. That is what freedom looks like. And it's destroying the diaspora wars. Narrative that Africans are Black and Black Americans hate each other. Those lies were designed to divide us, to keep us from connecting with our roots. But when millions of people watch Speed receive nothing but love and respect, those walls start crumbling. For years, Black Americans have been, hesitant to visit Africa. Not because they don't want to, but because they've been programmed to fear it. An entire population disconnected from their ancestral homeland because of manufactured propaganda. They've been told Africans don't want them. that they'll be rejected. That is too dangerous, too primitive. And where does that narrative come from? The same Western media that profits from keeping people divided and disconnected from their heritage. Speed's streams are doing something unprecedented. With millions watching, live, he's providing unfiltered evidence that everything, Black people have been told is a lie. The hospitality he's experienced isn't an exception. It's the norm. He's being treated with immense respect, genuine warmth, and humanity, dignity, not as a celebrity spectacle, but as a family coming back home. That is the difference. In Europe, he was novelty to, grabbed at, mocked, and racially abused. In Africa, he's simply a person deserving of respect. The impact of this cannot be overstated. When you see Speed seamlessly integrate into local culture, dancing with children, participating in traditional activities, looking completely at home, challenges every stereotype. They are artificial constructs designed to pit black people against each other. And they are working exactly as intended when Black Americans feel afraid to visit their own ancestral continent. But here's where it gets really interesting. This exposure is going to transform African tourism. Speed's platform reaches millions of young people who've never seen Africa portrayed this way. They've grown up with images of poverty, diseases, and danger. Now they are seeing vibrant cities, sophisticated political systems, rich culture, and above all, safety and acceptance. That is a narrative shift that tourism boards could never achieve alone. This is peer-to-peer testimony. This is someone they trust showing them a reality that contradicts everything they've been taught. And let's address the elephant in the room. Why does this matter so much to the establishment that created these narratives? Because connection is power. When African diaspora reconnects with the continent, when they start investing, visiting, building, relationships that shifts global power dynamics, it challenges the economic and cultural dominance that relies on Africa being portrayed as backward and helpless. A united, connected Black diaspora is a threat to systems built on division. What Speed is doing, probably, without even fully realizing it, it's activism. He's not giving speeches or writing manifestos. He's just being himself in spaces he was told he didn't belong. And that authenticity is more powerful than any propaganda campaign. Because you can't fake the joy on his face. You can't manufacture the warmth of the crowds. You can't script the moment he met the president of Angola or danced with South African kids. Those are real moments of human connection that transcend the lies. This should inspire more people to question what else they've been told about Africa and about themselves. If the narrative about African hospitality was this wrong, what else is distorted? How many other worlds exist only in our minds, built by people who benefit from our, separation? The beauty of this moment isn't that it's forcing those questions into the mainstream. People are watching Speed's streams and thinking, wait, I want to experience that. I want to feel that welcome. I want to go home. That is the real revolution happening here. Not just changing minds about a continent, but awakening a hunger reconnection for identity, for belonging. Speed is showing the world that you can be unapologetically Black in Africa without the weight of Western racial baggage, without being reduced to your, skin color, without being judged for your hair or your culture. That is freedom. And once people see that freedom, once people see what freedom looks like, they can't unsee it. So while Speed is out there streaming, playing with kids, and meeting presidents, he's simultaneously demolishing centuries of propaganda. He's proving that the love is real, the connection is real, the welcome is real, and millions of people are watching that truth unfold in real time. This is how narrative change. not through institutions, campaigns, but through authentic human experience shared widely. This is the power of our digital age being used exactly right. To reconnect, to truth tell, to heal. The question now isn't whether Africa is welcoming. Speed just proved it is. The question is how many people, how many more people will find the courage to go home and experience it for themselves? Well, drop a comment below. Are you willing to visit Africa? Has Speed convinced you enough that Africa is welcoming? Well, drop a comment below. Let me know. What are your thoughts? Also, remember to subscribe, like, and share as well. And until next time, bye-bye.